this Awareness Week here in Milwaukee. This is actually our third annual celebration, our second time doing it virtually. Maybe next year we'll all be in person, but this year we're doing it virtually. And today we have some of our community partners that will be talking more about the importance of this week and the wonderful collaborative work that we have throughout this entire community. So to kick us off, I'm going to invite our county executive, David Crowley, to talk a little bit about the county's role in the work that we do.
Well, thank you so much, Raphael, and good morning to everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. Again, I am County Executive David Crowley, and it is an honor to help kick off Homelessness Awareness Week with the United Way and all of our partners across both Milwaukee as well as Waukesha County. This is a very important issue that I totally understand personally, along with thousands of people in southeastern Wisconsin. And so when we think about housing security, it is one of the key determinants of health for county residents. And when you can't count on having a roof over your head at night, it really brings more stress and anxiety. It can contribute mightily to the poor health disparities that we see throughout this region. And so I'm happy to say that by prioritizing an evidence-based approach and our collaborative community partnerships with groups like United Way, we are reducing homelessness rates throughout Milwaukee County. And between 2015 and 2021, homelessness decreased by 46% in Milwaukee County, thanks to our Housing First programs and their focus on ending chronic homelessness. And just recently, we've begun investing even further upstream to address housing insecurity and prevent families from experiencing homelessness in the first place. The ongoing pandemic has really increased the risk of housing instability for families who are still working hard to make up for those lost hours or those lost wages, but still find it hard to make ends meet and stay within their homes. And the Milwaukee County Housing Division has allocated over $30 million through stimulus funding to provide eviction prevention, rental assistance, and mortgage assistance. And through federal funds that have been dispersed since the start of this pandemic, we have saved over 8,500 families from being evicted. And we want to continue to work with our local partners to help residents who are facing housing insecurity. So if you are struggling to pay for rent, food, or utilities because of the pandemic, please call 211 or reach out to the Rental Housing Resource Center by going to renthelpmke.org, or you can call 414-895-7368. And for those in need of mortgage assistance, should contact the mortgage helpline at 414-369-6914, or you can complete the application on Housing Resources website. And along with the City of Milwaukee, as well as United Way, we have invested in eviction-free MKE, which provides a right to legal counsel for low-income residents. And so if you have been served an eviction notice with a court date, go to evictionfreemke.org to get connected to free housing attorney through Legal Aid Society and Legal Action. And I just want to continue to stress the importance of all of our partners and say thank you to all of our partners that are involved in this week's events and the promotion of Homelessness Awareness Week. It is important that we continue to educate all of our residents on the resources that are at their disposal, and it's critical to really tackling this problem. And we all have a part to play. We all have a part to play in improving the quality of life for all of our residents, whether you're in Milwaukee County or Waukesha County. And by helping residents avoid evictions and homelessness, we are making critical contributions to helping keep people healthy as well as safe. So this is an awesome week. Let's continue to promote it. And thank you again for allowing me to be here.
Excellent. Thank you, County Executive Crowley, for those words, and I really appreciate your partnership. Next, we have Jim Matthey, who is the Director of the Housing Division for Milwaukee County.
Great. Thank you, Raphael. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. Again, I think the county executive touched on a lot of important notes. I think the biggest one to get across is just the collaborative spirit of all of our different partners. A lot of us have been doing this work a long time in Milwaukee, and me personally, I haven't seen this level of collaboration since we started this work between city and county government, also Waukesha County partnering with us on different eviction prevention programs. It's been great to see everybody collaborating. The public doesn't often get to see kind of how the sausage is made, but so many of us on this call work together on a daily basis. And I think that's why Milwaukee has been really successful in reducing homelessness. The county executive did mention the reduction in homelessness. The last point in time count this year, there were 17 unsheltered individuals sleeping outside, which is not only the lowest count our community has ever seen, but one of the lowest in the country. And I would say that does not happen on accident. The system has become, again, really collaborative. And we feel that we're fixing a lot of gaps that were previously in the system. What we would all say, though, is 17 is still too many, and we have an awful lot of work to go to continue that progress. We've been able to, the city and the county, to put a lot of federal money into these initiatives. County executive mentioned eviction prevention. That's still an important issue in our community. There are still funds available. So the county executive put out the call that if individuals need assistance, we will have funds minimum through September of 2022, if not much longer, to pay rental arrearages as well as potential rent assistance moving forward. So I think that has been a huge part of our community success. The idea that housing is health, and that housing is really the foundation that individuals need to focus on other areas of their life. I do also want to mention it's not just the government partners, but also our nonprofit partners, philanthropic partners. A huge shout out to United Way for your partnership, your leadership on safe and stable homes. When United Way came out saying that we're going to try to end family homelessness, it is honestly something that this community can do. And we're all going to work together to continue to do that. So thank you to United Way. Also, a few other partners that are not on this call, but just so the community is aware of it, our business community has stepped up in a big way over the past several years. The downtown business district actually funds an outreach worker in our division who is 40 hours a week focused on the downtown area. Menominee Valley Business Partners is a huge supporter of our work. We've been able to increase our homeless outreach Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So just so the public's aware of that, we have our homeless outreach staff out there day and night, 5 days a week, covering all Milwaukee County. And we do that in collaboration also with outreach community health centers and community advocates. So just wanted to highlight the collaboration. We still have a long way to go in our community, and it'll be hard to keep up our progress, but certainly Milwaukee County will be continue to be a strong partner with everybody on the call today. So thank you very much, Raphael.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jim. Really appreciate that. Next, we have Steve Mahan with the City of Milwaukee, Community Development and Grants Administration Director.
Good morning, all. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Executive Crawley, and my counterpart at the county, Mr. Jim Matthey. It can't be underscored the collaborative effort that it takes to deal with and work and make sure the dignity is given to our most vulnerable population in our county, our homeless population. And a lot of us know individuals, but for that are homeless. We have our chronic homeless, that individuals that have stayed in the system or have been homeless for a longer period of time. But we're living in a time now that, but for a circumstance, many individuals could be homeless, whether they're family or individuals. The City of Milwaukee has been the lead agency for the Milwaukee COC since 2013. This Milwaukee Continuum of Care is a collaboration of 100+ agencies that and service providers that work hard together. And we have many subcommittees that are dealing with populations from youth to seniors to chronic homeless to anything that you can think of that would address and try to get upstream on individuals that are experiencing homelessness or might in the future. Also throughout this week, the COC, or the Continuum of Care, will be working with kits to distribute to our outreach teams to ensure that individuals that are homeless or becoming homeless have the information to be able to get out of their situation, or at least temporarily work with a case manager that can help them be assigned to housing. This has been a trying time during COVID because of the non-congregate settings that are needed for shelters, but our shelters are strong, and we have a very great network that is working in Milwaukee County. They're where they could not house individuals, they have stepped up with outreach teams that are working to get individuals and families in place for housing. I just would like to say that there's other players at play, and the landlord associations in the city of Milwaukee have truly stepped up to assist in maintaining individuals in housing. The burden that would put on our systems of having individuals evicted, even during a non-moratorium, would be catastrophic. And there are so many that have stepped up through the eviction network, which is led by multiple partners. And that's, it's sad that you can't mention everybody because there are so many members, and I would be remiss if I started naming names in our eviction network, but there are just so many that have stepped up. But one that in particular is Legal Action, that has been one of the leads for that network, and community advocates to ensure that we have representation. I want to thank Executive Crawley also for stepping up with Right to Counsel, and our Common Council for the city of Milwaukee following suit with Right to Counsel funding so people can be equally represented. So on behalf of the city of Milwaukee and Mayor Tom Barrett, we are declaring this week. I have a proclamation. Typically, we would all be together where this could be handed off. But this proclamation is definitely dedicating this week, which is 1 week of dedication, but a lifelong and a year-round situation that we all must identify and address. But this Homeless Awareness Week recognizes all the individuals who are experiencing homelessness on any given night in Milwaukee County, and any of the individuals who are facing severe housing instability, even the students in our public school system that whose families have been displaced through homelessness. But now, therefore, on behalf of Mayor Tom Barrett, the city of Milwaukee dedicates this week, October 18th through the 22nd, as Homeless Awareness Week. And for those individuals who might not be truly aware, as Mr. Matthew stated, we have gotten upstream a little on the homelessness, but we are not by any means delusional that there's a new homeless population that we must address. And those are individuals who have been uprooted by COVID, lost jobs, and we are trying to desperately work to make sure those individuals do not touch our system. So I'd just like to thank you all, and on behalf of Mayor Tom Barrett, thank you for all our team members and hearing this out and spreading this news. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Steve, very much for those words. Next, we have Waukesha Mayor Sean Riley.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, and I feel honored to being asked to speak today. I think Waukesha County kind of has, we have a problem with homelessness, but we also have a problem with awareness of homelessness. Some think that homelessness really doesn't exist in Waukesha County, but unfortunately that's not true. Many others think that homelessness exists maybe only in the city of Waukesha, where there are a number of individuals that fit the assumption of a homeless person. Homelessness, however, in many communities is not visible and doesn't fit a stereotype. If you are involved in providing services to the homeless or in school administration, you recognize the extent of homelessness in Waukesha County. On average, there's at least 183 individuals that experience homelessness on any given night in Waukesha County, including many children facing homelessness or severe housing instability. Through the Housing Action Coalition, we estimate that there's at least 700 to 1,000 people per year that are in need of services. These homeless individuals or families may be sleeping in cars or temporarily staying with someone and sleeping on couches, and then they move to the next house. The Housing Action Coalition of Waukesha County is a collaboration of service providers in Waukesha that work together to end homelessness. The issue is being worked on by our nonprofits, our county government, the city, and many concerned individuals and entities. And I also have to provide a shout out to United Way, because they've stepped up and made everyone else step up too. And I appreciate that. So we're organized and working to end homelessness in Waukesha and Waukesha County, but the problems are very complex, as we all know. We have made some progress. We now have street outreach. We are completing the work on a permanent overflow shelter, which will allow us to provide a warm place for the homeless during our cold winter nights. We always had one, but it was a different place in most years, which always caused problems. Here in the city of Waukesha, we know there is still much to do, and we continue to work on the issues. I thank our emergency shelters and nonprofit organizations who serve people experiencing homelessness for the great work that they are doing. I want our entire community to realize that homelessness is actually in our communities, and that there are many reasons why these individuals become homeless, and it is likely not the reason that they assume. If anyone is experiencing housing insecurity in Waukesha County, call 211 to get connected to resources to help you return to stability. So I also have done a proclamation too. For me, the best thing about this event, as well as my proclamation, is to increase awareness surrounding the complex community crisis of homelessness and join local organizations in united fight to eradicate homelessness. So thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Mayor Riley. I really appreciate it. And moving on to our next speaker, last but not least, we have Amy Lindner, President and CEO of United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. United Way, we're very, very fortunate here in Milwaukee and Waukesha to have a very strong partner in United Way and the wonderful work they do. So Amy, take it away.
Thank you, Raphael, and good morning, everyone. I'm really honored to be here today with all of our guests. In 2019, United Way set a goal to end family homelessness in our area, our 4-county footprint, so Waukesha, Milwaukee, Ozaukee, and Washington County, by 2025. Since that time, our world has changed a lot. So many things have changed. So many people have come together to focus on this really important issue. United Way lifted this issue because we believe housing is a human right, and we know housing is connected to so many other important big issues. Housing is connected to education, to physical health, to mental health, to job stability, financial stability. Getting this right makes so many other hard issues better in our community. The response to this work has been so incredible that we've revised our goal to end family homelessness. We now believe we will get there 2 years ahead of schedule in 2023. But none of this is done. There's a lot of work ahead. The important partners who are on this call and other important partners will have to keep at it. Our donors, our volunteers, our advocates, our partners are making the difference on this important issue. We are going to accomplish this. And when we do, it'll really be a shining example that problems that humans create, humans can solve when we come together, when we work together. Quick example of the difference this type of work makes is many of you who follow national media have probably seen stories across the country of billions of dollars of rent assistance across the country that went unspent, dollars available to help people who badly needed that help, who, because communities couldn't build the infrastructure fast enough to distribute the dollars never reached those communities. That did not happen here in our region because we had already done the work of strengthening these partnerships, building these collaborations, being ready to work together, working together actively. We not only spent every dollar that was allocated to our communities, but we were bonused additional dollars because of that pre-work, because of those great partners and that great collaboration. So I just want to remind everybody why these investments make sense. It really does impact people every single day in our community. And so for our existing supporters of United Way, we say thank you. If you're not yet supporting our work, we want to remind you there are 3 really important ways you can get involved. The United Way campaign is going on right now, so the donors who give to United Way have funded the dollars that have made these investments possible. You are moving the needle right now because of your donations. We have so many people who volunteer, who give their time and talent to these important issues. And we have to lift the people who advocate, who lift their own voices so that our public policy matches what matters most to us. Budgets are moral documents. The way we spend the dollars in our communities should speak to our personal values and our collective values as a community. And I'm so grateful to Mayor Riley, County Executive Crowley, to the Mayor of Milwaukee, so many other municipal leaders who have made sure these dollars are going to this important issue. I always have to say, together, united, we can and will end family homelessness in our area. I want to thank the media for their attention to this issue, thank our partners and our donors who are all making this possible.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you very, very much. And now we're going to take a couple of questions. So if you either put your question in the chat or unmute yourself, we'll take a couple of questions. And if we have no questions, that's okay too. We will wrap things up then. I want to thank all of our speakers. Appreciate your time and your continued partnership. Without you all, without everyone on this call, this would not be possible. I mean, obviously there's a lot of work to be done ahead of us, but we're really looking forward to this week. We have a lot of special events happening. You can go onto the United Way website to get some more details on those events. And please participate, share the information, because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and we will end homelessness here in Milwaukee County. Thank you all for joining us, and have a wonderful Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.